The North Carolina Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services estimates the annual economic impact of agriculture in the state is $74 billion. Last weekend's tornadoes twisted through some of the state's most prolific agricultural communities. David Huppert reports on how the storms affected this leading industry.
When people call and they ask about what's going on in the county and how bad the destruction is, there are no words in the English language that can describe the feeling of the terror that these people went through. Just looking around at the damage and seeing this, it's just devastating. It really is, and a lot of people's lives are going to be changed forever because of one event.
As some North Carolina growers continue to dig out from last weekend's storm, fellow farmers and neighbors are lending a hand, loaning equipment, and clearing fields of debris in preparation for the upcoming season. Agriculture is the state's #1 industry, and the tornadoes that ripped through central and eastern North Carolina devastated countless farms. Thanks to community support and assistance from local agricultural extension agents,
we'll get that right away.
Stony Fork Farms is slowly recovering from the damage.
We have had a lot of support. We really have, and I really appreciate it from every one of us. Everybody that's helped us. We have had a lot of support.
Ricky Norris's family has farmed in Johnston County for 150 years. His turkey, cattle, and hog operation took a direct hit during Saturday's storm.
Well, there's no need to worry about it. What it's done is done. There's no way to change it, you know. We just try to work forward and go back to what we've been doing.
Johnston County officials estimate the tornado damage will exceed $12 million in that county alone. Before the tornado storm swept through Johnston County this weekend, Ricky Norris had 6 turkey houses on his property. Now, as you can see, there's nothing left but timbers. Fortunately, the turkey houses were empty last weekend. Stony Fork Farms was expecting a delivery of nearly 25,000 turkeys this week. Due to the destruction, Mr. Norris has decided to phase out turkey production from his operation and focus mostly on hogs and cows.
We've been in it about 21 years in the turkey business, and we'll no longer be growing turkeys.
The funnel cloud touched down right beside the cow pasture. Miraculously, most of the 250 Angus cattle avoided catastrophe. Ricky Norris only had to put 2 down due to broken legs. Farmers like Mr. Norris have been assisted by government officials at the county, state, and federal level. Agricultural Commissioner Steve Troxler visited the region on Tuesday.
By the end of the day, I was just emotionally worn out. There were a couple times I almost choked up when I walked up to the operation and knew that a life's work by a family had been gone in about a minute. And so, you know, it's difficult, but you know, the thing we've got to do is we've just got to be as helpful as we can be and support these people. Right now they need support, and we've got to provide that support to get them back in business.
The Agriculture Department is acting as a clearinghouse for information, connecting growers with federal agencies like the USDA's Farm Service Agency. Those officials are encouraging all growers to document the damage and contact one of the 77 regional FSA offices throughout the state.
Once we get the documentation that we need from the producers, then we can make a payment to those producers. And we want to make sure that they come in within 30 days of the natural disaster. So that would probably be sometime around May 16th.
The Farm Service Agency is utilizing the Emergency Conservation Program, or ECP, to help farmers rehabilitate their land.
We had actually received requests from 7 counties with specific numbers that they think they're going to need. Those requests will be forwarded to the national office. We anticipate probably, you know, another dozen or so counties would probably come in with requests to implement ECP. But all of this is dependent upon the county executive directors or county committee persons going out, touring the counties, talking with producers, trying to determine the magnitude and what type of assistance might be needed.
Back in Johnston County, Sandy Lee and his son Adam are optimistic their nursery will recover from the damage. They raise ornamental shrubs and flowers, including azaleas, hollies, and roses. With generous support from the Nurserymen's Association and the North Carolina Nursery and Landscape Association, they believe they will salvage 80% of their product, just in time for Mother's Day.
I think I can survive it with their help and everything. And it's, you know, it's the 3rd time I've been, I guess, been kicked down. And it's, I guess I'm too stupid to quit. but I love it. I love this job, and I love the people in the industry.
The North Carolina Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services has set up a website and hotline to help connect farmers who were affected by last Saturday's tornadoes to the resources they need to help rebuild their farms. The Agricultural Tornado Assistance Program, or AgTAP, can be found at www.ncagr.gov/AgTAP. Farmers can also call the AgTAP hotline toll-free at 1-866-506-6222.